Greetings and congratulations from Touch History. I, Parvez Kamal, am trying to present the history of America based on true events, feeling the urge to inform the next generation. Today's history is about women's rights. Now, start the story of us, a shared human history across 3 continents. Long before borders were drawn and nations were born, the world was simply a vast stage of wandering humans, curious, resilient, and endlessly inventive. Our story begins in Africa, the cradle of humankind, where the first sparks of civilization flickered under an ancient sun. Africa, where humanity learned to rise. In the African Rift Valley, early humans stood upright for the first time, watching horizons that stretched wider than imagination. Here they learned to master fire, craft tools, hunt in groups, and speak the first languages. Thousands of years later, Africa would give rise to powerful kingdoms: Nubia, Axum, Mali, Great Zimbabwe, Benin, each radiating culture, wealth, and innovation. Caravans crossed the Sahara like slow-moving ships, carrying gold, salt, and ideas. Timbuktu's scholars studied astronomy and mathematics, while Mali's gold dazzled the Mediterranean world. Africa was not a dark continent. It was a radiant center of knowledge, trade, and creativity. But history is not only light. The Atlantic slave trade tore millions from their homelands, scattering African cultures across the Americas. Yet, even in the darkest chapters, African strength endured and reshaped entire continents. Europe, the forge of empires and ideas. While Africa nurtured the earliest humans, Europe became a workshop of revolution, political, cultural, and scientific. From the marble columns of ancient Greece came the seeds of democracy. From Rome came law, engineering, and the dream of a unified world. As centuries turned, Europe transformed again. The Renaissance revived art and knowledge. The age of exploration pushed ships into unknown oceans. The scientific revolution taught humanity to question everything: stars, nature, even the human mind. The Industrial Revolution then reshaped the planet, bringing machines, factories, and the modern economy. But Europe's expansion had a cost. Empires reached across Africa, Asia, and the Americas, often exploiting land, wealth, and people. Colonialism redrew the world map, sometimes violently, yet also intertwined global cultures more deeply than ever before. The Americas, a new world with ancient roots. Before the word America existed, the continents were home to civilizations as complex as any on Earth. The Maya, Aztecs, and Inca built cities of stone, pyramids aligned to the stars, and vast networks of trade and agriculture. In the north, nations like the Iroquois, Cherokee, Lakota, and Pueblo peoples shaped landscapes with knowledge passed down through centuries. In 1492, European ships crossed the Atlantic, forever changing the world. New ideas arrived, but so did disease, conflict, and conquest. Entire societies were transformed. African people, forced into slavery, became the backbone of the Americas' economic rise. Their music, food, faith, and endurance helped shape the culture of the New World. From these collisions of worlds, indigenous, African, and European, modern America emerged, a continent built on struggle, reinvention, and the promise of freedom. 3 continents, 1 human story. Though separated by oceans, Africa, Europe, and the Americas have always been connected by shared human journeys. Migration, trade, war, cooperation, science, and culture formed bridges long before airplanes or the internet. Africa gave the first humans and the first knowledge. Europe contributed ideas, revolutions, and systems that still shape governments and science today. And the Americas became a melting ground where cultures collided, clashed, and blended into new identities. Their histories are not separate chapters, but intertwined narratives, threads woven into a single global tapestry. A world still changing. Today, people from all three continents influence one another more than ever before. African music shapes global pop culture. European innovations drive technology and science. American media and creativity reach billions across the world. And behind all of this stands a simple truth. History is not about continents. It is about people. People who loved, fought, migrated, dreamed, struggled, and built the world we now share. This is the history that unites America, Europe, and Africa. A story not of nations, but of humanity itself. Subscribe if you love this kind of historical storytelling. It's not just facts, it's feelings. Drop your current city and time in the comments. I love knowing history with True. Thank you.